Good morning, guys. Appreciate you stopping in. Today we're going to be shaving with gravity razors. They were kind enough to send one for me to be able to shave with and kind of show you guys, and another one to do a giveaway. So we'll get into the giveaway a little bit later, but first let's begin lathering. We'll kind of go over gravity razors and what they sell and that type of thing. They do come in multiple colors. This one's blue. I think I'm going to give away the blue, and I'm going to keep the yellow. So, but let's get lathering really quick. We have some pre-shave on the face. This is a cube, so I put cube on the face, and then I went ahead and use some water to kind of get it wet. So yeah, gravityrazors.com is the website. Pricing on these range between $16 and $24, just depending on the finish of the actual razor. One thing I did notice on the site is they call these straight razors. These are definitely not straight razors. These are considered shavettes. I guess they could technically say straight razor style, but they are shavettes. They're not straight razors. And they're not badly priced either. Between $16 and $24. That's typical for a shavette. We'll test it out now and put it through its paces. I have not used this yet. You're seeing the very first time that I'm going to use this. It does come with 10 blades, so every single one you buy, every single gravity razor you buy from them, it does come with 10 broken in half blades. And those are Derby Premiums. I already have one open. I'll kind of go over putting it in there with for you, because it is a bit different than normal shavettes, the clasp style shavettes. Beautiful. All right, the shave is not about the soap or any of that, so we're not even going to go over that. This is a strict giveaway and kind of going over what Gravity has to offer. So on the site, they offer some different barber stuff. They do have some it's like gels, like shaving gels. They don't have any actual soaps, but yeah. So this is the pack. Just has a little felt type of cardboard in there, and blades and the actual razor itself. It does bring a little pamphlet, kind of going over things with you. This specific one that they sell, mine and the one that I'm giving away, have a 2mm exposure. It's pretty significant compared to other shavettes, so I'll show you that. It has this little metal insert here. You push that out. It comes out in one piece. I have my pre-broken by Gravity Razors actual DE here, and again, this is the Derby Premium. Yeah. Derby Premiums. So it's going to be somewhat hard, but you basically just kind of slide it in on top here. And I don't know what the camera's picking up or what it's not picking up. Let me get it on there and then I'll kind of show you. It's not difficult. It's just, it took me a minute to figure it out, but it's very simple to get it in there. Not difficult at all. So there we go. It's in there now. So you can see right there, that is it. And all we do, we slide it right back into this piece here. And that's the exposure. Like I said, it is significant exposure, but let's test it out. Let's see. As long as we're careful, shouldn't be an issue. Alrighty, Gravity Razors. Let's check them out. We're working with 3.5 days of growth, so some significant growth. Definitely a lot of blade feel, as you would expect. Just be careful. One thing I can tell you is this Derby is just annihilating this growth. No problem whatsoever. There will be a link in the description if you want to check gravity razors out. A lot of lather I had to clean off there. That was half of my face. Yeah, it's doing pretty good. Okay, so there is a bit of build up there. I need to get that out. I would have seen that if I had my glasses on, but I don't. Hold on one second. And that's typical of most shavettes. The other two shavettes that I own also get build up around the blade. It's just, you know, there's that little gap, the minute gap. Always kind of, the soap and whiskers get caught in there. It's just part of shavettes. Nothing really against gravity. This is pre-existing, by the way. Had a little scab there that I picked off. It's definitely a bit different of a feel. I'm used to being able to on my less exposed shavettes. I'm used to being able to get that more parallel to my face, but like because of the exposure, it doesn't feel comfortable for me doing that. Like the blade feel. Again, not a bad thing, but you've got to be aware of it. You got to be cognizant of it, or else, you know, you could slip. Wow. First pass. Pretty sure I can get away with that. Let's do a second pass though. So yeah, Kyle from Gravity Razors reached out and was like, hey, you know, we saw your channel. We'd like to, you know, kind of do a giveaway on your channel and see what you think about our razors. He said he wanted an honest review, so apparently he hadn't seen many of my videos because that's all I do. But he initiated that whole conversation and said he wanted an honest review before I was able to. So that's always a good sign, you know. Now, these are made in Pakistan. Not saying that's good or bad, but I know that straight razors made in Pakistan, it is true straight razors that you actually hone. It is impossible to get an edge on the steel. But this isn't straight razor, this is a shavette, and you know, that's not really an issue in this case. The 10 Derby blades, and the shavette itself, if you already have soap, should last you quite some time. Shavettes, you know, for me, I need to change the blade out every other use. You know, I can get about 2 shaves, so, you know, 2-3 times a week. And then I have to change it out. But, you know, some guys have a bit less coarse whiskers, and they may not need to change it so often. So you may get, you know, a couple months out of this. One thing also, it is a bit misleading. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Since we'll just call it the yellow part, since the actual razor itself is so wide, but the blade is in such a small portion. My other 2 shavettes have a bit smaller of a head. Like this feels like and looks like it could take an artisan blade. It's not meant for that. It can't, but it's that big, like where it looks like it should be able to take an artisan blade. It's so much oversized than the DE, but that's not the case here. So I've got to keep like being careful because I keep trying to get the edge on my face. But if I do that, I'm going to be going at an angle and I'm going to cut myself. So again, you just have to be careful. This is also very light. Which may be a good thing for you. Personally, I prefer a bit of a heavier razor. This is extremely light. I haven't weighed it, but it's probably no more than 3 ounces. Like it's just super, super light. Derby struggling a little bit against the growth on my beard. Not uncommon though. They do sell the clasp style that kind of has the opening that you kind of shut on top of the DE. They do sell that one as well. But I've never used one of these. It's kind of like an injector style, really, you know, with the little insert that pops in and out. But yeah, I've never tried one of these type of DEs. And the exposure is kind of thrilling, you know, something I've never done before. 2 millimeters of exposure on a shavette, that's pretty severe. All right, I think that'll work. Very smooth. I'm gonna put my glasses on. I think we have a weeper somewhere here. But no major damage, no issues whatsoever. For the giveaway, let's say in the comments, number 1, you have to be a subscriber to the channel. Number 2, like the video. But number 3, you'll have to put in, do pound, like the pound sign, or number sign, some people call it. But the number sign, the pound sign, gravity razors. And you can go to gravityrazors.com and check them out. Like I said, I'll have a link in the description, but here, I'll show you. Just do pound gravity razors. And yeah, we'll do the actual drawing next Friday. So next Friday or next Saturday, next weekend, not this weekend, next weekend. So we'll let it go a week and see. But yeah, overall, I would say, it's a shavette, right? So number 1, I'll tell you, I'll be right up front with you. Shavettes are not my go-to. You rarely see shavettes on my channel. If you can use a shavette, you can most definitely use a straight razor, though. I'll tell you that. For what it is, perfectly fine. No issue with it whatsoever. Like I said, the exposure is something different that you'll have to be careful of. That 2mm is pretty severe. Normally, the shavettes I have are less than that, so 1mm or less exposure. So definitely something different, but no issue with it. You have to be careful with all the shavettes, and a straight razor. So I have no problem with it. The only real issue I have with it is it's so light. That's really the only problem for me, and that's a personal thing. That's not even anything against the razor itself. That's something that I just prefer. But yeah, other than that, if you get the cheapest one, which I think is 16 bucks, it comes with 10 blades. So, I mean, if you're getting into it, you're not going to find anything cheaper. So, I'll put in the comment below, like I said, or I'll put in the comments the link, and I'll put it in the description. If you want to check them out, gravityrazors.com. Other than that, be subscribed, like the video, and pound or dollar sign, or not dollar sign, pound or number sign Gravity Razors to win the shavette. All right, guys. Appreciate you stopping by. See you next shave.